Can we have another sense motive on that?
Everyone is sensing everything.
For fuck's sakes, I mean, I don't understand why you need to keep sensing. She's obviously interested very much in saving her life, and she will do, say, and promise anything to make sure that her life is living. And if that means that she withholds on research to keep her life alive for decades, until we stop looking or whatever, then she will do so. I fail to see the doubt here. This is a person who is outnumbered right here, and as much as she might fight, she wants to live because Drow want to live.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine, isn't it?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure deceit is in...
In Drow nature, yes, very much so.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And
she seems honest.
domain is also trickery, so we can trick her.
So she is following a Garrus right now, probably. I mean, Alauneari at the moment is sold. She does not wish to kill her, at least not for now.
In my opinion,
I just don't want to take the decision myself, because even though I may have taken the ruler slot, I should not be the one to.
My opinion, and probably Zyn's opinion as well, would be that it would just be a waste to pretty much outright kill her, because she does seem genuine, which, to be honest, doesn't mean much, yes. But anyone can, more or less, eventually deceive us and betray us. So the risk is not much higher with keeping her, yeah.
Which is why we only trust each other.
Yeah.
For a limit, you know?
And she did not dispose of her sister to become the lady herself, even though she was like a creepy, really incapable lady. We defeated her, so we can most likely take this one as well.
How would you have disposed of her?
Killing her, most likely.
Like, she's an
alchemist. It would not have been that hard to get support. I mean,
or if that would just make if she made the perfumes and stuff, that she could just put poison in them. It's not hard.
At any rate, it sounds like the vote has been cast. I disagree with it, but it seems like the party is for keeping her alive.
I think we should kill her. I don't trust her.
The vote
it's 3 versus 2.
It's 3 versus 2.
She's gonna. Oh, I can make sure that there's no poison in your food. Well, that's
but
because
you would be the one who would be poisoning us. Yeah.
Well, you know, if she ever serves me dinner, I'll cast detect poison on it.
She would probably not be like
so
that
stupid. Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be our cook.
She's the freaking alchemist. She's the one who's
that was a joke.
Poison.
Alauneari is, she defeated Lady Satha. It's not like this lady can do anything to hurt her.
She is gonna throw a bomb into our bedroom while we sleep.
One bomb isn't going to kill us.
It's gonna poison her.
It's gonna hurt.
It would hurt, yeah.
It would hurt, yeah.
Right, Alauneari will look at her and say, nods slowly and says, you know that your existence does provide us some discomfort. I, by granting you your life, hope that you will work hard and dedicated to alleviate that discomfort. Prove your worth, as it were.
And Dora Celestia bows. Dark and terrible queen, of course. Give me the base resources I need, and all my research will be at you and your kingdom's disposal.
Oh, very nuts. Yes. It shall be made somewhat of a priority. For now, we have much to see to, much to establish, many positions to draw out, laws to be made.
Tristan will look at Alauneari and say, just because he has sweet words doesn't mean it's poison, sister.
There he shrugs. Garrus does relish in finding secret knowledge.
Garrus also relishes in vengeance. And with that, Rilinid's derisive snort, he fucking walks back into the bedroom to look at books.
And Longshore.
She'll say,
A larger.
for now, until everything is under control, it would be better if you would stay in your room.
And Daria seems to consider, and then she nods. As you say, then, Dread Queen, and I must say I am pleased with your decision. Very wise, my queen.
Research can be very valuable in the right hands, and I have the right hands.
Oh, you're just smooching each other. Just go on with it.
No doubt, my lady, no doubt. I knew that someone of your stature and intelligence would see the reason of my proposal.
Oh, Alauneari is very pleased right now.
She bows deeply. Then
Tristan's gonna leave. This is gross. They're fucking each other in there. Ew.
and Daria sees the
I'll look at lingerie.
Rislin and Rilinid leave, and she seems to consider it and then nod, and then say, "May I approach you, Red Queen?"
She nods and says, "Yes."
Daria slowly makes her way around the table.
She's gonna kill you.
You know, Zyn is there, Rain is there.
She have a serious face and looks at Alauneari, bows again as she approaches, and says, in a very low voice, so only Alauneari can hear her, "It is good that you took over, Dread Queen, and as I said, I am pleased that you see the reason of this arrangement. It seems typical to me that men are sometimes are made for simpler things, like sword fighting or protecting, while it is the females that always do the worthwhile thinking." She bows.
Alauneari glances to Satha and says, "Some of the females, Adaria. Some of the females."
She nods. True.
I feel offended.
True.
Tristan does.
I will endeavor then to be at your service, and with your permission, I shall then return to my chambers to await your summons.
She nods. Make sure that you do.
At least send a guard with her.
Oh god.
That torture guy.
No.
Rain.
He's Rilinid's friend. She doesn't need a guard. If she had a guard, she could kill him, and he even doesn't,
Well, then we at least know that she did something wrong.
But we don't even have any guards who we can trust right now.
Rain.
Well, it's a
they're
beat
really
down and
sad, Look at this guy. Sort of.
Gorval has hung back, hasn't really said anything. He has observed.
Says, "I'm glad to announce that there is no such contention about your position."
He bows. That pleases me greatly, Dread Queen. My particular skills are at your disposal, should you need them.
She nods. "We just might."
Do you have anything you require of me now? Or any
Yes.
task you wish me to perform?
I want to torture that woman.
She looks around and says, "I suppose we should soon make our statement to the soldiers. It would be good to have you around. Also, you might know who is important around here. Besides us, of course. And it might be good to gather them up."
He nods. As you say then, matron. He looks around. I shall gather the people in the great audience chamber then? Or do you wish to address them?
We shall do it outside.
He nods. In the garden then?
She nods. Yes.
I do enjoy the garden. He bows and walks away.
He looks to her siblings. Someone fetch Rilinid. It is time for us to bring our army in. They have stared at that wall for long enough.
Sister, I think she's gonna stab in our back when she gets the chance. I don't trust her. Her words are too sweet.
Then we'll turn to Drislin
As
and
they
say,
should be.
No, it's treachery.
Sister, we just have to not give her the chance to stab us in the back. It's easy as that.
No one is not even keeping an eye on her.
As it stands, in reality, anyone could betray us.
Then nods sagely.
Anyone would. It is all about not giving them a reason to. What would be gained? Is it more worth having us as allies or enemies?
What could
It
be
is the same with the Zyn and the Skizral, really.
what could
They
be
don't.
gained is that she can take over this place.
And what would she do? What more should she get from it?
If only it is to revenge her cousin.
She frowns. If I died, sister, would you go through death to avenge me?
Garrus teaches us that vengeance is important.
That's good. They, however, do not feel the same way. They are not us. To them, family does not mean what it means to you and me. Dear sister. She reaches out her hand, sort of touching Tristlin's cheek slowly. And then she looks around. We should move. Rilinid, dear brother, do you wish to come? Do you wish to stay here looking at whatever?
I would rather stay here.
He shrugs. As you wish. You sort of brush the worst sort of lightning scorching off of her clothes.
Rain with is now significantly slower speed now into the actually is medium load.
And then it's time to go out onto the garden and go to our army.
All right. Yeah, you head out. There's still very much standoff between the people on the
I
wall.
suppose we should bring her. I mean, it's not like we go there. They're retreating, and then they try to kill us. That would be unfortunate.
Sure, I will. I can carry her down if you want.
Yeah. We should have Zyn do it though. He's not weakened, and he might be able to lift her up and just sort of.
We could bring her fancy pendant, but why don't it just bring the entire body? I mean, really, that's practical.
Yeah.
Throw it on the ground. Throw it on a spike.
You could launch it. You could launch it from the 5th floor. If that,
Yeah, I was about to say there's the big window, the Calfee chamber, right?
Just launch it out.
It's made of like a translucent crystal thing,
God damn
so
it.
Of course it is.
it's no.
He did tell us that ages ago, so.
Can't fling it out.
Nope. Well, if you need to fling it pretty hard, probably. And
Whatever. Well, we'll go down and stroll out.
yeah, the body. Everyone on the walls and everyone sort of lined up outside sees the body and seems to murmur, sort of walk through the breeze through the crowd, but it's quickly silenced by Captain Qual, who basically glares at all of them and they shut up.
Alauneari looks at him and sort of
He approaches
a smile.
stiffly. He walks very much like a military, and then he walks in front of her, and then he bows deeply. Matron Vytharia, I, Captain Tether Qual, am at your service. The fortress of Vothys is now yours.
She nods. As it should be. You were wise in your decision, Captain.
Yeah. He bows again. Thank you for your kind words, Dread Queen. He sort of motions to the assembled soldiers. We are few, sadly. Much of our soldiers were either destroyed, killed in the jungle, or perhaps by House of Vytharia's forward scouts. He bows again. We are somewhat understaffed at the moment, Dread Queen.
That's, no worries. We have a bit of an additional unit with us.
He stops Alauneari with like a small raised hand. Dread Queen, a question.
She looks at him.
Your brother, Lord Rilinid, is he dead?
No, he has been incapacitated by the appearance of books. Frowns.
Captain Qual seemed to frown very much as well. I see, matron. Very well then.
He is special, as I'm sure you know. But I can tell you that all of our family is not of his ilk.
I'm out of the weird thing.
He bows again. Very well then.
Captain, you do best in not listening to rumors, especially regarding him.
He bows again. Of course not, matron.
She'll sort of get a little distant look in her eyes, and she then shakes her head.
You don't even need to go out, you could just sign, like, come in.
Walks over the bridge. No, she wants to, meet them victoriously.
As you walk past him, you almost get the feeling that he's disappointed for some reason.
I wonder
He will be
why.
disappointed when he sees his new salary.
If only he looks up and, like, Rilinid just, like, peering down from the 5th floor window.
He might just grab a ballista and swing it around.
Hey, Captain, we need someone to clean up the bridge. It's broken. I haven't repaired it yet.
Oh, yes, sir. Are there no
what-
openable windows on the 5th floor at all? Is there nothing that can be opened, like a port or something? Come on, work with me here.
I'm sure there is something.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Rilinid, go ahead.
While passing the captain, Tristan will message the captain that the alchemist, the cousin, is still alive.
Yeah, he will nod. I'm sure my lords know best.
Tristan looks at him with a message saying, I hope.
Well, maybe we'll... Oh, sorry. You were doing something, Grimith?
Yes. From high on the 5th floor.
Tetherqual!
The good captain, who now only Zyn can view, stiffens visibly.
Here, you should get your engineers on this. It shouldn't be more than a day.
And then a little whistling sound as the part from the drawbridge falls. With a highly dexterous throw. It's an AC of 5. Lands on the square next to the guard captain.
The guard captain looks for a moment as he's about to have like a stroke. And then Zyn can hear him mumble, may all the abyss help me, but I so want to kill him.
Really, it is but a shame that even I, who is so skilled, could handle your wall with such ease. Do make sure such a breach in security doesn't happen again. It would look most unkind.
Qual looks at Zyn and he says very quietly, you said that Rilinid was alone up there, right?
Zyn just doesn't even give an answer and just grins slightly. Whatever you have in mind, I would not suggest you actually do it. You might have to get used to him as your superior. It is hard, but it can be done.
Why don't you just push me down the chasm now?
Captain, I don't see you moving down there.
Zyn will turn to Tetherqual again and say, you really should get that drawbridge fixed.
Yes.
I mean, if security is not a concern of yours, then by all means, but I thought Vothys was what mattered.
He seems to grind his teeth, like you can almost see the sparks flying from him as he moves to some of his men and starts basically telling them to repair the damn drawbridge.
Rilinid goes back to his books completely satisfied.
I mean, it's his right, at least by Alauneari's mind. She'll find some servant and taunt him until he kills himself. I mean, will happen.
What?
Yeah, so that's something she can do. We can do anything. We are the ruling family.
You want him to kill himself?
No, that's what Rilinid is doing with this guy.
I think we need him
Like,
more.
that chasm's getting more and more tempting.
The inviting darkness.
Alauneari will sort of walk out with the posture of a queen, as she so often does. Walking out with these two at her sides. And, she's lightly scorched, but nothing too bad. She walks out to meet Tarlin and Nethkir.
Tarlin smiles openly. Says, I take it then that the mission was a success.
The fortress is ours. Our banners can be raised above it.
He nods. Fantastic news, matron. It's quite a feat to take a fortress like Vothys with so little bloodshed.
Well, not a single casualty on our side.
A victory worthy of song, no doubt.
She looks at Nethkir and says, much also thanks to the Skizral.
Yeah, Nethkir seems to nod and say, of course, matron. Then, if you do not need us further, the Skizral will return to the caverns.
She nods. Yes, the Skizral will hear from us soon, I assure you. We will make sure that no further incursions or attacks will happen, and those responsible will, of course, be held accountable. Although, I might already be quite sure that they have been. Smiles, looking at sort of, little backwards in Volvius from Lady Satha at the bridge.
Yeah, Nethkir nods and say, very well, good fortune to you, matron.
But bring the white spider my best.
I shall. As he turns around and shitters something to his spider underlings as they together move away through the caverns back towards
Alright,
the jungle.
guys. They made us walk out here without even fighting afterwards.
Yep.
We came to look at a wall and leave.
Ugh.
I think that's the way they wanted it.
We're happy with it.
I mean, there's no casualties.
Well, there he looks to Tarlin and says, now then, should we bring our army inside?
In Hans, I suppose we should at that, matron. He turns around, makes a sharp whistle and some hand gestures that makes the army move forward.
We'll turn back in.
Please be careful, the bridge is broken.
Yes, yes, I noticed.
Just.
You really should make sturdy construction. Any old acquisitioner could just waltz in here.
Yes, old acquisitioners. Worst problem nowadays. Well, Alauneari will find some kind of race and wait for the torturer guy to gather everyone. Of course, she'll have her own army as well.
Sure. Yeah.
They're all her army now.
Slowly but surely, everyone is gathered out in the gardens. There is certainly a lot of very tense postures and things like that. But they seem to take the change of rulership rather well, shall we say?
Like better.
They don't really seem like too distraught.
How do the gnomes seem?
They seem to be relieved very much. Not having to fight in this seemingly very dangerous terrain to fight in. Actually, they seem quite relieved. Actually,
Alauneari looks upon her gathered minions and underlings, her servants and subjects, and she will stand here, just give them a little bit of time to contemplate the situation.
No one really says a word. Tarlin and Qual throw each other a glance, but other than that, nothing really seems to happen. All sort of wait in the pregnant silence.
Well, there will then begin. Lady Satha is dead. She has been cast down from an undeserved position that should by all rights forever have been mine. Now it is, and has been restored to its original state, if you will. Smiles. Lady Satha has always been a usurper, someone who took something from me that was mine by right. That is the reality of things. I am, as you all know, Alauneari of House Vytharia, matron of the great house. And now I am also Baron of Vothys and Lady of Vassavold. This is but the beginning of a much grander time, and soon this watchtower shall be surrounded by a city larger than Teresia itself.
There's mumblings going through the crowd.
Ambition is what we desire. Ambition and the knowledge of those who are smart. Lady Satha was not smart. She does not know how to play her cards. You might. This new change in leadership is a chance for all those of you who have always felt you belonged a bit higher on the social ladder to show your worth and be rewarded. Looks at them. For now, you will have your old positions. Everything will continue as it did. However, there will soon be changes. Many changes.
Again, everyone seems to take in this, but no one really says anything.
It's fine. She looks at this and says, my family and I, we are holy, and our words are holy and law. Soon laws will be drafted, but until then, do not disobey us. And especially do not disobey me. For disobedience is not just a crime, it is a sin. And not one that should be indulged.
Everyone seems to take in this very seriously.
I am, however, not mad, and I do reward those who serve well. That you will quickly find. I here to add that if you were afraid of Lady Satha, you should be much more afraid of us. After all, she gestures to the corpse, she's there, and here we all stand.
Yeah, everyone looks at the corpse. Dead silence.
She looks at the wall, says, Hail, House Vytharia.
Tarlin immediately answers, Hail, House Vytharia. And like the second after, the rest of the troops join in the chorus. And even Captain Qual seems to do it. They all shout, Hail, House Vytharia.
With that, Alauneari will give them the orders to return to their duties.
Okay.
Do they does Tarlin and I can't see his name.
Qual.
Tether?
Tether Qual.
Do they look like they know each other?